Hi everyone, once again I have Vincent with me and he has a couple of questions. So he came back, so I'm going to let him flow.
Oh, hi everyone, thanks for inviting me again.
Yes.
I had a few questions concerning marriage that I wanted to ask you. So in the process of becoming a man, before going into relationships, how will I know if I'm ready for a relationship?
How would you know if you're ready? Okay, so should I ask you? You already have a house?
No.
You bought a car? So then, you see, it differs. Everybody is different.
Okay.
Okay? I know people that met when they were in high school.
Okay.
All right? And right after, they just got married with nothing. And it worked. And there are others that they are still like in their 50s and they are still waiting to get the perfect time to marry. So there isn't like a perfect time.
Oh, okay.
You should know if you are ready, and there are consequences. Okay? So if you go into a relationship and you come up with a child, are you ready to take care of that child? Are you working? What are you in the relationship for? Because if you're not ready, just keep on dating. Okay. And both of you must come to an agreement that you're both ready. Some women will sacrifice if you don't have anything. There are others that are not ready to go through that process with you.
That's true.
You see what I'm saying? So it all boils down to you. You would know who you're dealing with. Because there are some women, they are not ready. If you're not ready, it's like I'm not ready to have a baby. We should still date. So if you're not ready, you're not ready.
Okay.
So there isn't a time like I'm a man enough. Some have bought houses, they have cars, they have everything, and they are still not ready.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? And there are others who don't have anything and they are ready.
Okay.
So it all boils down to the individual.
Okay.
So I might say when you have a house or when you have a career, when you have a job or whatever, that's when you are ready. But to somebody, that is nothing. They are just ready with nothing. Am I making sense?
Yeah, you're making sense. I was asking because it could also be that you may be physically ready, but when you pray, you get a confirmation that God is saying you are not ready. Or it could be the opposite, where you are not physically ready and God appoints a woman for you. How will you go about that situation?
So with that is between your father and yourself. God. That's between the two of you. Okay. That I wouldn't come in. So you see, you said you had a confirmation. If God says you should marry tomorrow with nothing, then go ahead and do it.
Okay.
Then you don't need anybody to tell you to get into it. If God says it, then you are ready.
Okay.
He has a reason why he says that you should marry at the age of 21. That means he will take care of you, which he always takes care of us anyway. So if God says you are ready to marry, then you go ahead and get married.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. I also have another question. I hear this a lot and I wanted to run it by you. Is it true that if men chase success, women will chase after them?
Not every woman.
Oh wow, that's deep.
Not every woman.
What do you mean?
No, some women, it's about you. Whether you are successful or not, they love you anyway. So it's not, you cannot stereotype it. It's not every woman. Some women, they don't care. Okay. It's about you. So what about if it's the woman who is more successful? So then what? If the woman is also very independent and very successful, what is there? What is there to prove to her? Because she's already successful. She's very independent. So, what are we talking about here? So then what is success?
That's deep.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Success to you might not be success to the woman who is already successful, who is coming in.
Okay.
And like I said, there are some women, it doesn't matter whether you're successful. To them, you see, what is success anyway? You might think I have billions in my account, so that makes me successful. But to somebody, it doesn't mean anything.
That's true.
So to somebody, when they have a bicycle, they are very successful.
Very.
So it varies. So you cannot compare it. So your success might not be successful to another woman. To another woman, having a bicycle is more successful. You see what I'm saying? So it's an individual thing.
Oh, okay. Thank you for answering my question. So my last question is, should you avoid dragon slayers?
Should you avoid them?
Yes.
What is the reason? What do you mean, should you avoid them?
I mean, you know, some women put on the impression that before you can mingle with them, you have to be on a certain standard, or sometimes certain women, because of how they express their fashion life, their social life, they are termed slay queens or dragon slayers, and sometimes it makes people feel like they are not the good girls to have as wifey material.
But the thing is, what has their sense of style got to do with marriage? What has that got to do with anything? That is their sense of style.
Okay.
So what's that got to do with anything? And I think there's this stigma about these dragon slayers, okay, that based on their outlook, they are bad girls. They portray to be bad girls. That's how some people see them. But there are others, they just like to slay. They just like to dress up. Okay, so you need to get to know the individual. To be honest with you, I see some girls that appear like, oh, don't come close to me. But they're even crying for help. If you go further, you realize that they're wifey materials. And then the ones that you claim that these are the wifey materials, they are very good based on how they dress.
Yes.
Then you bring them home and they are something else.
Yeah.
That is very disappointing and that's very frustrating. Because the ones that do appear that way, that are not, you get like, wow, really?
Wow.
Because what you're expecting of them is not that. You see, when someone came to David's house, he looked at the outward.
That's true.
David did not have what it takes, but he was the one. So you need to ask God. No man after the flesh. You have to know them after their spirit. Because like, personally, I go places and I don't look like a pastor. I don't look like the ordinary pastor.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
I went somewhere and I was supposed to pray for, somebody was opening a store and I was supposed to pray. When I got in, they were still asking where the pastor was because I don't look like a pastor. But when I was done with them, they realized that demons bow when they see me because it's not about how I look. It's about what is here. I'm a pastor who don't compromise. I have a passion for God. Okay? So the passion I have for God, I'd rather look this way and love God than putting on a front, faking it, to give you an impression, whilst when I stand before God, my heart is not pure. So that is why I said that there are certain slayers that do appear that way, but they are not. You just have to take time and get to know them. You'll be amazed how much they love God.
Wow.
But some people do things out of peer pressure because they want to be accepted. They are insecure, so they also have to come out and slay because that's the norm. That's what most guys are going for. So to some people, it's like, okay, then I also have to appear that way. But that's not who they are. So people should chill out. Be yourself.
Wow.
No, be yourself. If you're a woman, you don't have to be like somebody else to attract a man.
That's true.
The best thing that people are not tapping into is to tap into God. If you know how to deal with issues in your closet, you can get any man that you want. You don't have to slay to prove anything. Because you might come out and prove a point. He might take you in and kick you out. What's the point? because you are not being original, you are not being yourself.
That's true.
But when you tap into God and God touches the heart of that man, it's on a different level. So that's another key. I slay.
Yeah.
I don't slay because I need a man. I slay because I love to slay. Because I love to dress up.
That's true.
So if somebody calls me a dragon slayer, not for anybody. Because I'm a sold out for God.
Amen.
I am married to him. You would not understand.
Wow.
I love God with a passion. And I'll die for God any day.
Wow.
So I'm not doing this because I want fame or anything. No, for what? I've grown past that. And I'm not doing this for anything. I'm doing it because God has asked me to do it. And for my passion, I'm doing it.
Wow.
So slay for yourself. Don't slay because somebody is putting pressure on you to slay. Don't slay because you think slaying will get you a good man.
Okay.
And the slaying gets the wrong men.
That's true.
The married men. I'm telling you, because the young ones that are looking for wifey material, they are afraid of the slayers. Because they don't have an understanding. They look at them, it's like, oh no.
Yeah, because we may feel that we're not ready to take on the financial responsibility that will keep that person's lifestyle
But
going.
you'll be so surprised. Probably they don't know. You are so financially secured that you'll be able to take care of her. Because some go out and maybe, let's say you go out with a sugar daddy. How much are they, if they buy you a house, at night he's not there with you. But the one that maybe is financially is a little bit secured, he's always there with you and can take care of you and your kids. So what do you want? We just have to make a balance.
Okay.
We need to seek God and be more secured in God.
Wow, thank you.
Did I answer your questions?
Yes, you did. And I learned a few things. So I hope you guys learned something out of this conversation. Thank you for today. Please like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you again next time.
Stay tuned.
Bye-bye.